Seeing a corrupt cop exposed while they're enjoying their power trip is always immensely satisfying. Just as this first officer believed that illegal detention was well within his rights, but faced instant karma.
Can you say that again?
I lost the keys in the junkyard over there.
Okay.
So I called them to come and get the...
To come open the gate or what?
Huh?
To come open the gate?
No, the key. No, the car. The car is the one that lost the keys. I lost the keys to the car.
Oh, like you went into the property and you dropped the keys?
Yeah. I was in there doing, like regular junkyard stuff, looking for my parts. When I was leaving is when I found out I didn't have my keys. They let me go in, look for them all over the 30 acres of cars they have.
Okay.
Didn't find them, so they just grabbed the tractor and moved the car outside so I could call them locksmiths.
That's weird, yeah, because we got a call with a gentleman with your description. That's why, on the property. Were you the only one on there?
Yeah, he just got here.
Seems pretty routine, right? But what happened next will show you how quickly a simple encounter can escalate into something far more intense.
Yeah, they just sent us out here because I'm wondering if the owners, because there's cameras on your brother.
Oh, yeah.
So they saw you walking around.
Yeah, they also told me, oh, the alarm is activated after 5 automatically, so...
But they closed the gate behind you or what?
Yeah, they just moved the car here and they closed the gate.
Okay. What's your last name, brother?
Just Martinez.
I'm sorry?
I don't want to give I didn't provide any information. I'll just give you my first name, Joel.
Well, I need your info, man, because I'm talking to you, brother, because you're the person that they called on. So, Martinez, first name?
Nah, it's chill.
What's that?
It's just like that. I'm not gonna give my information right now.
Okay, why not?
Just.
The officer insists Martinez identify himself, but it's his right not to, given the circumstances.
Now, here's the thing, brother. I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. Martinez.
Yeah.
Now, me asking you for your information is nothing illegal.
Oh, it's not.
I'm just asking you because you're the person they called on. I need to find out who you are, and you're telling me one thing, so I got to call the property manager and ask them if they were the ones that allowed you on the property.
Yeah, that's the investigation, right?
Yeah. So I need your name, brother.
Well, I gave you my last name, and you could just call the property man. And
do you have an ID?
I do.
You mind if I see it?
I do.
Okay, why is that, brother? Because I don't want to be difficult, man.
No, I'm not trying to be difficult either.
As long as I'm cooperative with you, you're cooperative with me, man.
Well, yeah, well...
This goes a lot smoother for both of us.
Okay, we'll leave it like this and we can call it truth. I'll give you my last name and that's about it, because at the end of the day, I'm not legally provided to give you the full name. I'll just leave it at the last name, bro. Okay.
It's chilling to see how a man tasked with serving the public blatantly blocks Martinez from exercising his rights.
No, you have any... I do. Show him? Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm going to warn you now. Warn you now, brother. You don't give me your ID or your full name, I'm going to arrest you for failure to ID.
Okay, so...
Because I'm investigating, brother. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. It's fine like that. Okay, I'll give you my name after what I say this. Okay.
All I need is your name and date of birth, bro. That's it.
Under the
I'm not asking you.
And I'm a law student here too, so
perfect. I'm not asking you for a blood sample. I'm not asking for your DNA. All I'm asking.
That's a CSUM identification.
Okay, correct. So I'm on an investigation.
Calls are not reasonable, articulable suspicion to suspect me of a crime under Florida versus JL under the Supreme Court.
But I'm not here to argue with you.
Yeah, I'm not here to argue. I'm here to defend my rights.
So I'm asking for your name. Okay, that has nothing to do with me because I don't know you.
It doesn't. I don't know you either, officer. I thought you were a chill officer when you go down like, hey, in my hands, whatever. They're like, hey, okay, he'll respect my rights. I'll just give my last name.
But you're the one making this difficult. All I'm asking for is your name.
It's really not difficult.
It's always surprising to see an officer get schooled on the law, especially when the tables are turned and they think that just because they wear a badge, they can get away with anything.
You're asking for my name?
I'm asking you for your full name, brother.
If you're asking for my name, I exercise my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. If you're demanding my ID, that's a fourth.
I'm not demanding. I did never demand. All I said is give it to me, okay? Now here's the problem. I'm investigating, okay?
Okay, but are you asking for my identification or?
I'm asking you for name and date of birth. That's all I'm asking for.
Asking, right?
That's it, brother.
Don't answer questions.
Martinez clearly knew his rights, and it's impressive to see him standing his ground and exercising them.
You don't need a supervisor, because what's going to happen is, dude, I'm going to place you under arrest for failure ID, okay? And that's going to be on you, not on your brother.
So you already said that it's going to be under arrest?
Yes.
Go ahead, go ahead, if I don't give you my identification.
Go ahead and turn around, brother. Go ahead and turn around.
So I'll give you my ID now.
Go ahead and turn around. No. Put your hands on the car. You already failed to identify yourself, okay? Give me your left, give me your right arm. You want to play games, brother. I'm here being nice.
It's mind-blowing how clueless this guy is, especially for someone in a position of public service. If you thought this was as bad as it gets, think again, because the aftermath at the station will completely obliterate any faith you have in law enforcement officers.
Yes, so I'm the supervisor here. I was just made aware of what happened.
Yeah.
So I don't think it qualifies for any crime, okay?
It doesn't qualify for crime?
I'm gonna go ahead and release him.
Of course.
This is incredibly satisfying, and things are about to take an even more interesting turn.
What's your badge number?
Mine?
Yeah, or your name?
Sergeant Procopio,
Procopio?
5701. I'll give you a case cover.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna get all cameras, dash cam, body cam, phone calls, everything. It did not constitute a crime. Look what he did.
Let's go talk over here.
The marks left behind by the cuffs are undeniable evidence of the force used during the arrest. These are the very people meant to protect us, yet their actions tell a different story.
For you.
Oh, let me go talk to the deputy first.
Can you get him here? Just so you can educate him and so it doesn't happen again.
And that's why I want to get with you. But I want to ask him some questions first.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Despite everything, the fact that all Martinez wanted to do was educate the officer speaks volumes.
I just see a patrol and like, whatever. I get down and it's like, hey, like, oh, we got a call and that you were inside the property, that you were looking at, or what, he said that you were inside the property. And then like, okay. And then we take a day, and then they say, okay, what's your name? He's like, what's your last name? Martinez. And he's like, okay. What's your first name? He's like, oh, I'm not gonna give it right now. He's like, okay. He's like, why not? He's like, I'm trying to be, I'll give you my name, whatever. He tells me, like, you know? And they're like, okay, but I'm not gonna give you my name because I'm not legally required to give it to you right now. I'm a law student. I let them know too, an MSU criminal justice major. I let them know I'm a law student, and under Florida versus JL, an anonymous call or a call is not enough reasonable articulable suspicion to articulate a crime, because RAS is only based on the facts known to the officer, right? So I told, and he's like, I don't want to hear, like, give me your ID. No, he wasn't demanding, he was asking, you know, I'm asking you for your name, I'm asking. And then until he said, well, now I'm going to arrest you. You're like, okay, that's different. You're asking, if you ask me what's your name, I'll just say, I don't answer questions. But if you demand me my ID, give me your ID, or I'm going to arrest you, or give me your ID, I'm going to arrest you, that's enough, that's all I need.
Hearing Martinez recount the incident to the officer's supervisor really makes you wonder about the kind of world we live in, where those meant to protect can so easily overstep their bounds.
Telling me to, if you're threatening me with arrest, and I have it all on video, he said, if you threaten me with arrest, I'll give you my wallet, right? I'll give you my ID right now. Like, no, turn around, push me into the car, boom, put your phone down, set it up on the windshield, put your phone down, grab me, tie me up. He's like, you're a really stupid law student, aren't you? We're like, okay, let's see what happens.
This wasn't an arrest, it was an attempt to humiliate and assert dominance, a blatant misuse of authority.
You can tell I'm a really cordial guy. I'll talk to you, whatever. Don't disrespect me. Obviously, someone randomly goes up to you asking you for your name and stuff. Just nothing, it's not something you do, it's self-respect what I was doing. He arrests me, makes fun of my studies, makes fun of everything. He's like, okay, you think it's funny now, but your supervisor, and when we were over there too, I told him, call your supervisor. You don't need a supervisor, just turn around and put your hands. All this could have been saved if you would have called you. You would have gotten there and you said, hey.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was barely made aware of it.
Yeah, he made an attempt. He's like, no, you don't need a supervisor. Took me in, and I told him with a smile on my face, this is not what you want to do, man. This is really not what you want to do.
It's truly mind-boggling that officers like these are walking around freely instead of facing consequences for their actions. But this officer will face a reckoning that's long overdue.
They also searched my car without consent. So
I guess, like you said,
this does not look good for the department, I'm gonna say it.
It's as if they believe their actions are justified, ignoring everything unfolding around them.
How can we fix it? Okay, the deputy made a mistake. That's gonna be addressed, of course.
Well, where's the deputy? You said he was gonna be here.
He's here, but I want to meet with you first.
Okay. Well, I give you my side. I would like to hear the deputy side right here.
Okay.
If that's fine.
As far as your car, there's your property.
I have your stuff right here. Your phone, your wallet, your AirPods.
Yeah, you can hand it over.
When the supervisor says, "What can we do to fix this?" you know you've struck gold. Finally, someone is acknowledging the problem and taking responsibility.
His story is basically your story, pretty much. So what I'm gonna do, of course, luckily I caught it on time. Yeah, you were brought over to the station. That was kind of a mistake, of course. So Deputy Raquel is gonna take you as far as the lock.
He doesn't want to see you, no? Or...
It's a different process. Of course, you do have a complaint.
Well, okay, let's put it this way. If he comes here and apologizes to me, I won't litigate this whole thing.
Martinez wanted to make sure this doesn't happen again, choosing to educate over retaliate, even in the face of injustice.
As soon as we got in, he was already, hey, he's a law student. He was telling the deputies, I'm not lying, the kids always like, he's a law student with a smirk, smile on his face, trying to humiliate me, making fun of me. And now he doesn't want to show up. That's the thing. Like, if you could get him to be here, if he's not enough
what I was trying to say,
apologize.
It's not that. It's not that. Since I'm obligated to investigate any type of complaints, I didn't think it was best. But if you want to go that route, we can definitely go that route.
So you can get him here?
What? Oh, give me 1 second.
It'll be perfect. Yes, Mr. 14. So, have anything to say to me? No? You said you laughed at me?
The arrogance of that cop is incredible. He admits to making a mistake, but that's not an apology. Then he goes on to lie about what actually happened, refusing to take responsibility for his actions.
I got arrested, fool.
You got arrested?
Uh-huh.
For what?
Nothing, bro. I'm getting released right now.
Cap.
I swear to God, bro.
Put it on your mouth.
On my mom, bro. The deputy's right here.
Tell me the story.
I'll send you the video, too.
While this officer may have learned his lesson, the next set of cops proves to be significantly worse.
Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back, sir.
Officers arrived on the scene and, without taking any of the facts of the situation into account, pulled their tasers out and fired at will. By this point, they had already written John off as some sort of threat, but John was trying his best to tell them he's deaf.
Stand up. Stand up. Roll over. Grab his hand. Just get on your stomach. Turn around. Just have him stand up. I think he's cooperative. Let me see your hands. Hands. Let me see your hands. I think he's gonna fall. Let's just get him up. Come here. Hey.
John is trying his hardest to get the cops to produce some sort of writing pad so that they can properly communicate. But what John doesn't know is how unprofessional and untrained these officers really are. Instead of trying to figure out and genuinely solve the issue, these mindless pigs just start to shout louder.
Look at me. Sit.
Out of 3, myself and Baker 3 are at McCoy's. The other officers are going to be in front of DPS. Frank 5, we have EMS sitting away.
The officer lets John sit again as he tries his hardest to sign that he cannot speak and that all he wanted was a small notepad. Something that this untrained cop finally understood after John signed it a dozen times.
he showed up right. He kept walking.
They tried to continue communicating with the paper, but John finds his phone and offers it as a better alternative. He tries to make them aware that he still needs his glasses to do anything, something else they couldn't comprehend. If that wasn't bad enough, these pigs were unable to give John a helping hand in finding his glasses. On top of that, the taser probe is still stuck in his skin, causing discomfort to John, something else these donut munchers didn't care about. John explains to the officer that he had argued with his wife, after which he was walking by the road to cool off when suddenly the police arrived and tased him.
He saw us all pull up and walk towards him, and he just kept walking with his hand. What the?
Adam 345 minutes, 11 Kelly.
Realizing that he wouldn't get any help from the cops, John started to remove the taser probes himself, and as we could see in the video, he was still panting from the pain. Somehow, these heartless cops even justified tasing John, since he had simply walked away despite being called. Keep in mind, guys, he's deaf.
White 2015 Chevy Terry, also at John Kelly and Mary Kelly, out of Austin, Texas, 229. Go ahead. Call for theft? Probably.
I believe they're checking with county as well, which I'm not holding my breath.
Next 5, go ahead.
She was trying to get him back in the car, and so that's what they were doing. She does not want to give her name.
John continued to explain himself, shocked both literally and figuratively, about why this happened to him, as he had not committed any crime or done anything that could lead to this.
I don't even know where our complainant is right now.
I'll call a complainant.
Hold on.
It sounds like it was the same thing they were basically trying to do as well. Is he telling you anything?
I don't know why he got tased.
Okay.
I'm trying to do some simple. Number 3K, case number 32.
I know very, very little sign language. I haven't used it in years.
Yeah, like I said, same thing. They're denying anything physical. They were just trying to get him back in the car, and they're not being very cooperative either. So.
Is he still hooked up to the taser? Because he wasn't cooperative.
Thank God, the mindless cops all finally agree on the fact that John is deaf, something that all of them weren't able to get through their heads, despite the confrontation having lasted this long already. Frankly, it seemed that the needless questioning was aimed at finding something that John did wrong, so that they could justify why they tased an innocent deaf man. The cops asked John to get up, which he did, but he was agitated, as the cops, despite being entirely wrong, acted as if they were on the right side of the law.
Trying to. Yeah. I know alphabet, so
John tried to leave, but now the cops care about him and want him to get checked. After some back and forth, he agreed to let them check him out. They should have thought about this before firing 4 tasers at him.
Sergeant is cleared and clear on jail negative 1.
At least 2 tased, so there should be minimum 4 probes.
Okay, one's on the hood.
Did you tase
321, go ahead. Proceed.
I have to get it.
John asked the EMTs to check him on the sidewalk, as he no longer trusted the cops or any other agency after what the cops had just done to him for apparently no reason.
Proceed, that was option. You have a 321.
You got it. You got it.
And there's 1, 2, that's 2.
This should be all of them.
And there's one on the hood of the truck.
Yeah, we found one in front earlier.
If there's any left, it may be on his shorts.
It's okay.
The cops gathered around John and the other EMTs with their flashlights, desperately trying to be of some assistance. But they should have thought about being helpful like this before pumping John with half a dozen taser probes. John Kelly ended up filing a federal lawsuit against the San Marcos Police Department after the tasing incident. If the last case didn't expose the level of police brutality and carelessness, then this next case is the height of those things exactly. What the cops managed to do in this next video is astounding.
Do you have any comment on the actions of Sergeant Brian Fahey? You don't have any comment, sir? You're looking at him right there.
On June 2nd, 2024, Sean Paul Reyes, a famous YouTuber with the name Long Island Audit, had the brilliant idea to rent out an LED billboard truck to expose the corrupt and evil Sergeant Brian Fahey of the Connecticut State Police.
So we're gonna hang out here, peacefully protest on public property, and hopefully we don't have any issues here, but we just want to expose Sergeant Brian Fahey to the world. So we have Fire Sergeant Brian Fahey. It has an LED screen on the back, both sides, and in the front. So if you see the other side here, we could just take a look at the video of him assaulting me right where we're standing. And we're here to expose him. The internal affairs cover up everything. Look at this ruthless animal. He said he grabbed my shirt to prevent me from falling backward, that he thought my camera was a firearm. Look at this animal. He's an animal. And then when he got cleared, he did it again. Catches him grabbing my cell phone in his left hand there. Sergeant Brian Fahey assaulted a journalist on 2 separate occasions, and Internal Affairs covered it up.
Mr. Reyes, good afternoon, how are you?
Hi, how are you? What's your name and badge number, sir?
Sergeant Thomas Gorman, badge number 101.
Okay.
Film out here all day long, don't care about that. Truck can't park there, though.
Why?
If you put it in a parking spot,
Why
it's
is
a fire lane.
Why is that?
It's a fire lane?
It's not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane, sir.
Last time I was here, Sergeant, I just want to say one thing. Last time I was here, Sergeant, you had a taco truck parked right here for the entire lunch.
You haven't seen it in a while, okay?
But there's a taco truck that parks right here.
There hasn't been in quite some time.
So you agree that this is not a fire lane because there's nothing
No,
marking
I agree
it.
This is a fire lane.
But there's nothing marking it as a fire lane.
The cops made their first attempt at trying to get Sean to remove his incriminating billboard truck, coming up with the absurd reason that it was some sort of unmarked fire lane.
Can you call somebody down from legal?
They've already been advised.
Okay, this is not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane.
It is not a fire lane.
Thank you.
It is not a fire lane.
Although Sean's methods may be different and out of the norm, he still makes a strong impression on everyone in that department and anyone passing by, thus exposing Fahey's reign of tyranny.
We asked you to move the truck once. We're asking you a second time. It is a security risk. The truck needs to be moved.
I thought it was a fire lane.
That is yet to be determined, but I've just been told that.
But you were so confident before.
And I am.
You were confident it's a fire lane.
Hey, fire marshal's on the way. That's his discussion.
So you're switching from, how is it a security risk?
Mr. Reyes.
No, I'm asking you questions. This is my First Amendment right. We have a right in this country to protest our government. What is the security risk about a billboard truck?
A billboard truck being parked unattended in front of a billboard.
It's not unattended.
It is unattended.
I'm right here.
There's no driver in it. So, as I said.
There's no driver in it, really?
Correct. Yes, there's no operator in the vehicle. So it's parked.
So if he sits in the vehicle, it's fine. It's not a security risk anymore? It's ridiculous.
As long as it's here for a brief time frame for delivery, that's fine. Anyways, Mr. Reyes, as I've explained, the truck needs to be moved because of the security risk. You can park it in the lot in any one of the spots you want. Don't care. That's fine. It cannot remain where it is, or the vehicle will be towed. And I'm letting you know that now.
Violating our First Amendment right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reyes. Have a great afternoon.
You're from legal, right?
Yeah, Mr. Reyes. Hi, how are you?
Yes, we met before. Yes, we did met before. Okay. You're from legal. I'm trying to understand, what about on public property? I'm not blocking anything. This is not a no parking zone. He went from saying it was a fire zone to now it's a security risk. It's kind of ridiculous. This is my First Amendment right to protest. Can I speak to somebody above a sergeant and they can explain to me what the security risk is? It's kind of unfair that I'm not even being explained what the security risk is, other than it's a box truck parked in front, illegally parked in front of the Connecticut State. Can I at least know the security risk? What is the security risk? You saw him come out here. I tried to have a discussion with him like I'm talking to you, sir, and he won't have any discussion with me. He's like, it's a security risk. Move it or else. I'm going to tow your vehicle. What is the security risk? What is the reasonableness of preventing speech? Because you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow up. You tow my vehicle and you arrest me or whatever you're going to do, I'm going to follow up and it's going to be in a court's hands.
The cops came back out having completely changed their words, from fire lane to a huge security risk. Seemed like nobody could come up with a good enough excuse to legally tow the truck.
This whole entire video, uncut, and they will see I never was a threat. This is not in a fire lane, as he lied and said when he first came out here and then came out with the security threat. It's going to seem like, to a court, at least in my opinion, my non-legal opinion, seem like, well, you said it was a fire lane and now you're just making up an excuse as a security threat. That's what I would argue. You're making a security threat issue when you know who it is. You know I'm not a threat to the Connecticut State Police in any way. You all are threats to me. You all are threats to me, and the video proves it. That is a Connecticut State Police officer assaulting me.
It seemed that all the Connecticut State Police wanted to do was wipe their hands clean of Sean and just cover their eyes and act blind to the facts. The lengths they go to protect one of their own.
I don't think we are going to disclose what we believe the security risks are when we are being filmed and recorded. I think you would understand why we would want to not broadcast security risks to the public as well as, I'm sure,
That's
which will
ridiculous.
be an international audience. So that would be just a immediate concern that I would have. But
So
at this
where are
time,
you
if
saying,
have any policy
what
questions
happens,
about policies
okay.
or procedures, you're more than welcome to file a FOIA request. If you would like to follow up on your internal affairs request, you have the information to follow up on that.
Right, so I'm just gonna ask you one last question. Thank you for hearing me out, I appreciate it.
Plenty of people can see it. Plenty of people will see it. All the people who come
So
into
can you,
this
so
building,
if it's a
think about
security
it.
risk here, okay, listen, if it's a security risk here, where is there not a security risk? Is that fair?
Parking space. There's a park. There's
Is
a
that
whole
fair?
entire parking lot.
So I'm gonna park it right in front, right on the public street, right here. Is that still a security risk to you?
I would have to
Are you
defer.
guys still scared of my box truck?
Answer that question. I would
Are
have
you
to
guys
defer.
still scared of a billboard truck?
You're not letting me answer the question.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to explain. I would have to defer to the operations and the security. I cannot answer that as an attorney.
Well, before I move it, can I know? Is that fair?
Now, simply asking the question if the current position of his truck is a risk, then where should he even park? But the legal advisor proved to be useless even with this.
Still gonna tow my property and arrest me if I go across the street? Because if I move there and then I just want clarification. Before I move it, can I get clarification from a law enforcement officer on where exactly they feel safe with my billboard truck? Is that okay?
I'll discuss it, but again, I'm going to defer to the operational needs.
Right, but I'm just saying where you could defer to them on where.
I can't tell you.
I think that's a
I'm not gonna
reasonable
tell you where
request.
today, right
No,
now.
I'm not saying you are going to tell me.
Right.
Obviously, you're just saying security reasons, right? But I don't know if it's a security threat right in front, 10 feet away. I don't know if it's a security threat. It's not a security threat here, but according to you, in your mind, and
I'll bring the request in, and well, we at this point you have been asked to move the truck, and I think we're all set.
ridiculous.
While the legal guy tried to figure out where the scared officers inside would feel safe with Sean's truck, Sean takes no risk.
I'm moving the
Park
truck.
across the street, that's fine.
Moving
I don't
the
care.
truck.
Put it in the road, just make sure you don't get in
I
traffic.
can't hear you.
Can you tell Faye to keep his hands to himself, please?
I talked to legal and I'm moving the truck to the street.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's just don't get in the way of traffic. That's all.
Right, well there's sides of the
I
road.
got you, and that's perfectly acceptable. That's fine.
Right. So can you explain to me, Officer Sergeant, what is the security threat? I'm going to move it.
It's a security threat to be in front of the building like this. We haven't.
But you have taco trucks that go inside of the building.
So those get pretty clear, okay? But I'm not going to get into that right now with you, okay? It's a security threat. The vehicle needs moved. You're putting the road. That's
And I just want to one thing, clarify one last thing, because I told you I'm going to move it under
and
threat.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
If I don't move it, you will tow it.
That is correct.
You will tow it. Okay, that's all I needed is damages towards. You said that if I don't move it, you're going to tow it. That's all I need.
That is correct.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I wouldn't be arrested or anything. Would you arrest me?
Before Sean moved the truck, though, the attending officer had one more warning for Sean. Sean capitalizes on the moment and gathered hard evidence for his lawsuit later.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's fair at all, sir.
Okay, well, I can appreciate your opinion on
This
that.
is free speech. This is free speech. This is the United States of America, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ray.
You're a disgrace to that badge, sir. You're supposed to uphold the United States Constitution and our constitutional rights, and you're upholding Sergeant Brian Fahey's rights. You're upholding some fictional security threat that doesn't exist. Shame on you, cowards.
After the injustice the department enacted on him, Sean still didn't give up and tried to spread the word about the injustice elsewhere entirely so that the department couldn't complain.
We parked very close to the building, but in the back of the building, and it's obviously almost just as close as we were before, but all of a sudden, we're not a security threat anymore? This isn't a security threat? What's the security threat? They could have brought dogs, they could have asked to search the vehicle. I would have, of course, denied that because it's my Fourth Amendment right not to consent to any unreasonable searches or seizures, but there was no investigation work done here, ladies and gentlemen. This is tyranny. This is anti-transparency, anti-accountability, and I expect nothing less from the corrupted state police. The employee entrance and exit. We decided to park the billboard truck, so as they're coming out, it is about 4 o'clock.
Sean, with a genius idea, decided to reposition his billboard truck elsewhere, this time deciding on the parking lot spot, right in front of the employee entrance. But then, out of nowhere, he spotted the Connecticut State Police Commissioner, Ronald Higgins.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you have any comment on the actions of Sergeant Brian Fahey? You don't have any comment, sir? You're looking at him right there. You're part of the command staff. As saying he wants to change the culture of policing in the Connecticut. Change the culture, Ronald, really. You wouldn't even take my questions, you wouldn't talk to me, you said have a nice day and drove off in your $100,000 taxpayer-funded SUV you take home, and you haven't done anything to rectify the unhinged Sergeant Brian Fahey. Shame on you, Ronald. You gotta do better, you gotta be better for we the people, as a public servant, as a leader of the Connecticut State Police Department. Not ignore journalist questions.
This case, no doubt, was eye-opening to the brutality of these so-called lawmakers. But some citizens know their rights and fight back, just like this vigilant citizen is doing here.
I would like to give my mother my keys.
No, so you're not going to do it. You're handcuffed, okay?
I know. I want my mother to go in my pocket.
In August of 2023, Juniper was driving with her elderly mother when they found themselves behind Deputy Croft of the McCracken County Sheriff's Office. Allegedly, the deputy recklessly merged across two lanes without signaling, nearly causing a collision. But what happened next when Juniper confronted the deputy wasn't just about bad driving. It led to a confrontation you won't want to miss.
Hey, come here. Let me explain something to you. You're being extremely... No, don't walk away from me.
Am I under arrest?
No, just be extremely careful when you come up on somebody.
Okay, be extremely careful
Listen,
when you're
I didn't see
because you cut me off.
Listen,
you did not even use your turn signal.
At the last minute, he called. He needed me over here.
So use your turn signal.
Okay, I did not know that. Okay.
Are you supposed to use
do
the turn
not
signal?
come up threatening on me like that.
I'm
That's
not
a good way to go to
Look at
jail,
you.
okay?
For what? My bad drive?
No.
You're going to
You
send
did
me to
not
jail
come
for
up
your
here
bad
beating on my
driving?
window.
If a woman knocking on your window scares you, then maybe law enforcement isn't the career for you.
I knocked on your window
extremely
after
careful.
you
That's
cut
called
across
menacing.
2 lanes without your turn signal.
Oh, I think you're fixing to go to jail. But
Because of your
listen
bad
to
driving.
me. You do not come up in a protest like that, beating on my window.
I
You about
knocked on your
scared me because
window.
I had no clue you were there.
He actually threatened to put her in jail for simply objecting to his reckless driving. The abuse of power couldn't be more blatant.
Okay. Well, did you have a clue I was behind you when you cut across 2
I
lanes
did
of
not.
traffic?
No, I
Then
did
you
not.
should drive better.
Okay. I have a dog in my back. It's hard for me to see.
He clearly just admitted to cutting across the lanes, proving her point, and exposing his recklessness in the process.
And I apologize to you. Now, this will be the
didn't agree
third
that.
time.
Okay.
It's not extremely smart to be acting the way you're acting right now because I will put you in jail. Okay?
No,
I will put you in jail. I don't care.
Okay.
Plain and simple. Do you understand me?
Do I understand what?
That I will put you in jail.
For what?
First off, your disorderly conduct,
What
menacing,
disorderly
beating on my
menacing?
window like
You
that.
are
Okay?
armed to the teeth, and I'm menacing. I knocked
You don't
on
walk
your
up on
window.
us like that.
Okay. May I drive away now?
Not you.
He lied about apologizing 3 times. Are we all mute, or does he think his body can't catch the truth?
Do you have your driver's license on you, ma'am? Simple
it's a
question.
traffic stop.
It is now.
Why?
Because you got out on my vehicle and beat on my window. Now, right now, I'm investigating a disorderly conduct. I need to see your driver's license and your proof of insurance.
Okay, this is not a traffic stop. So I walked
Do
up.
you understand what I'm asking you? Some driver's license.
I'm sorry. Please don't take it out of my hand.
Let me have your driver's license
No,
so I can
am
cut you a
required to
citation.
present it. Hey, give
Back
my
off
property back.
before you go to jail.
The way he snatched the license out of her hand was pure aggression and an attempt to assert control in the most unnecessary way.
Pull up. I went in the 4 lane over there. I guess I cut from over. Never seen her over there. Of course, I can't say a whole lot of that. She comes up here. I'm getting ready to talk. You know, she comes beating on my window. Scares me to death. I had no clue. Jump out. She starts freaking. Boom, 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 boom. So I hit the record. Start recording. You know, she's going the way she's going. I mean, she's yelling, screaming. She's disorderly. I'm fixing to help her for disorderly. So I'm taking disorderly conduct. Big on the window. We have minutes now. That's menacing. I would have said that's menacing.
Disorderly conduct? Menacing? This isn't about the law. It's about ego, plain and simple. When authority is abused, it's not about protecting anyone. It's about asserting control.
You just go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back, and then arrest.
For what?
Disorderly conduct and menacing.
Menacing. This is funny. Okay.
Don't
I'm going to do it. Just
Okay,
you don't have to hand.
put your hands behind your back.
You can't just put people under arrest because you feel like it. And when other officers stand around doing nothing, it proves that the entire department is complicit in the corruption.
I would like to give my mother my keys now.
Okay, then what?
I would like to give my mother my keys.
No, so you're not going to do it. You're handcuffed, okay?
I know.
So,
I want my mother to go in my
listen,
pocket.
listen to me. You're
No,
under
I
arrest.
want
So
her
this
to
is a
take
search
it.
incident to arrest, okay? I'm lawfully able to search you after
Okay.
you've been placed under arrest, okay?
Sure.
I understand, but I'm just telling you how it is.
Unless you want to go in cuffs, give me those keys. Stand over there.
stand over there, or you're going to be arrested for interfering in this investigation. Stand back.
I'm just got her keys.
You're not grabbing anything on this car.
Occupant in the vehicle. He has a Concord Fire Department shirt on.
Stay there. Do not touch those keys.
Excuse me. I'm a freaking dog.
These are not our true heroes, the ones serving and protecting us. These are clowns, all of them.
You wish to talk to me about what happened today that led to this? Because it's honestly, I don't know. I rolled up here and the situation was already happening.
Right, will it affect my arrest?
Do what?
Will it affect this? Do I get out?
No.
Jennifer didn't even get a chance to explain her side. Before she knew it, the situation was out of her control, and the officers had already decided her fate without hearing a word. Later, she was taken to the station and spent a night in county jail. Imagine having your rights violated by multiple members of the department who are sworn to uphold your rights and the Constitution, and also being jailed for nothing. Now she's in the ongoing process of filing a lawsuit, determined to hold them accountable for the injustice. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident. The next case will reveal just how deeply these abuses of power run when an Army lieutenant is handled with brute force. Keep watching. This arrest will shock you.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
On December 5, 2020, 2 Virginia police officers drew their guns on a uniformed Army officer, U.S. Army Lieutenant Karen Nazario, during a routine traffic stop. What followed was a series of shocking events, as Nazario remained calm while the officers escalated the situation in ways that will leave you questioning everything.
He's not complying, Judge.
Come around your side.
Let me see your hands! How many occupants are in the vehicle?
What's going on?
How many occupants are in your vehicle?
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
Open the door slowly and step out. Open the door.
I'm not getting out the vehicle. What's going on?
Get out of the car.
You know there's a problem when the person with gun pointed at them is the calmest one on the scene.
Get out of the car now!
What's going on?
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
Sir, just get out of the car. Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car.
You received an order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
Says it all right there.
I've not committed any crimes.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest
for a traffic.
You're being detained. Okay, you're being detained for obstruction of justice.
Traffic violation. I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped.
Really?
Get your hands.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me, please. Get your hands off me.
You know what?
How can someone undo their seatbelt and get out of a car while being told to keep both hands outside the vehicle? It's a contradiction that makes no sense, yet the officers continue to escalate the situation.
Don't do that.
Sir,
get out of the car now.
Hey, sir,
get out of the car now.
Don't do. I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk.
Get out.
Just get out of my car.
Can you please relax? Can you please relax?
Get out of the car right now.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're gonna treat me.
It's shameful that an Army officer actively serving his country is being humiliated like this.
Hold on. Watch it.
Air Force is deployed.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
That's
the car now.
Sir, just get out of the car.
I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car now.
That's really.
Get out of the car and get on the ground now. Get it.
I don't even want to reach my seatbelt. Can you?
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Can you please?
Get out of the car now. Listen. Take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
The use of pepper spray was unnecessary and completely unjustified. It escalated the situation further when calm and de-escalation should have been the priority.
Take your seatbelt off and get out. Look, take your seatbelt off.
Look, my hands are out.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
My hands are out.
Don't reach in there, Daniel. Don't reach in there.
My hands are out. Please. Please. Look. This is really messed up. My dog is in the back. My dog is choking right now.
Get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off. What are you, a specialist corporal or are you?
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. You made this way more difficult than it had to be if you just complied. Get out of the car.
I'm reaching for my seatbelt.
Fine. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Straight on the ground. Straight onto the ground.
Just another typical day of officers overstepping their authority and treating someone with no humanity. And what followed was a series of actions that crossed every line of decency and respect.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Please talk to me.
Get on the
about
ground
what's
now.
going on.
Get on the ground or you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get
going on?
on the ground. Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me
Get on
about
the
what's
ground.
going
Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes, sir.
going on?
You're not.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Why am I being treated like this? Why?
Because you're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Why am I being treated like this? This is really messed up. This is really messed up. Sir.
It's heartbreaking, isn't it? These veterans risked everything, sacrificing their time, health, and even their lives to protect our freedoms. And yet, this is how they're treated by the very system they serve. It's a shameful reflection of how misplaced our values can sometimes be.
Lay flat. Lay flat for me, sir. You know this is up. Sir, lay flat. Lay flat. This is fucked up. I can't believe being treated like this. And I'm
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Right there. Right there.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
This is This is
I agree.
This has to be one of the most disgraceful examples of police work I've ever seen.
Is there any weapons on you, sir? No. Okay. Any weapons in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. What kind? Where and at?
What kind of dog you got?
He's a mix. He's a service animal.
Why didn't you just do this? No, you weren't. You were not. My partner put his blue lights on.
Yes.
You didn't stop.
I was pulling over to a well-lit area for my safety and yours. I have respect for law enforcement.
No, you don't.
So,
No, you don't. No. Wrong answer, sir. If you did, we would not be in this situation right now.
Watching these officers try to justify their actions is nothing short of infuriating.
There's nothing going on. There's nothing wrong. Come on.
Obviously there is, because you wouldn't comply with us. All we did is ask you to get out of the car. And you refused. You said, no, I'm not getting out of the car.
I was asking what was going on. My hands are out the window.
And we told you it was a traffic stop, and you refused to comply. So hold on. Before we get to that, my medics are still here. Do you still need my medics?
Yes, I'm going to stay here.
We'll stand by, man. Okay. We'll stay here as long as you need us. So that's
about how long does this take to wear off?
You just come out of rookie school. How long does pepper spray activate?
It'll take about 20 minutes, man. 20, 30 minutes.
It's just
the more, I'm telling you, I know it doesn't make sense, but the more you blink, the better it's going to be. I didn't believe the guys when they told me either, okay? But the more you blink, the better it's going to get.
Watching them over-explain and justify their actions only makes it worse. It's clear they know they crossed a line, but instead of owning up to it, they're desperately trying to spin the situation to make themselves look right.
Mr. Rosario, look, you want to stop in a well-lit area because you're nervous.
Yes.
The whole BLM movement, you're probably nervous and all that. They feel the same way. They're nervous for their jobs and their lives. I get where you're coming from. They get where you're coming from. But let's let this pepper spray kind of wear off and stuff, and then just have an intelligent conversation with them. Driving all the way down here. First of all, you passed a well-lit parking lot there, but okay, you felt more comfortable here. Okay, coming here was not the problem. That was not the problem. The problem is when you refuse to get out of the car.
No, sir. The problem is you and the way you used sheer force to intimidate and control the situation, instead of de-escalating and handling it with the professionalism that's expected from those sworn to protect.
Go all the way back to square one, okay? I turned around on you at Food Line. I actually came out of Cost Plus, and I came up behind you.
I saw you before you turned.
And you had no tags displayed. I see it, but per the law, it has to be in the license plate bracket. I understand it's paper and I understand why it's there.
Yes.
But at that time, I had no idea. I didn't know that you had a vehicle registration until I approached your car. And at that point, I was too busy dealing with you to deal with the tag. You want me to wipe your eyes? When we follow you that long, look at the climate this day. And against everybody. Against us, against y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not out to hurt you, and I know you don't want to hurt me. That's not what it's about.
The very people who should be protecting him are justifying the pain they caused him. It's a disturbing display of power being misused, and it makes you question how far they're willing to go to cover up their actions.
I don't want to hem you up. I'm going to be straight up with you. You're a good man. You've made lieutenant in the Army. How hard was that? That wasn't an easy task, was it?
No, it wasn't.
And what would this do to your career?
It would hurt it.
Commenting on what this incident would do to Nazario's career was nothing but an intimidation tactic. These cops were stooping to new lows, trying to threaten him into silence and compliance instead of upholding their duty.
We can either sit here with you until you get your eyes back where you can see, and I mean at a good distance, you're safe to drive, okay? And you're going down the road. Go do your deployment, go continue serving my country, which I respect and I thank you for, okay? Or we can push the issue, write you tickets for no license plate displayed and for obstructive of justice. I don't think we need to go that route because that route makes the Army get involved, and I know how they are. You don't know this. The Army, he'll vouch for it because he's been in and he's got friends that are legal officers. I know. The military is the only place. The military is the only place where double jeopardy exists legally. Because whenever we do to him, the Army can turn around and jam him for the same thing. I don't want to see that happen. You're obviously a second lieutenant. You ain't been in very long. But if you plan on making this a career or even 6 years or whatever, it's up to you. I don't care. There's no need getting this on your record.
It's almost laughable how quickly their plan backfired, and now this officer is scrambling to pick up the pieces. Instead of maintaining control, they've dug themselves deeper into a hole they can't escape from.
You take your tries back and send you on down the road. Okay? I don't want to charge you. I will. It's my job. I don't want to. The chief's giving me discretion on how to handle it. He's like, these are the two choices. I said, that's what I was thinking. That's what I want to do. He's like, not a problem. We can either let it go, help him out, get his eyes back, and get him on down the road so the Army doesn't get involved, or we can charge you, and then it's a big hassle for you. It doesn't change my life one way or the way. You see what I'm saying? It's not about me. This is about you. What you want to do. If you want to just chill, let this go.
These tyrants don't learn from their mistakes and commit errors they can't return from. Just like this next case in which they attack an old man right in his own house.
Watch out for a dog. Police department.
After knocking on the door and announcing themselves multiple times, the officers called the original callers and asked them to come to the front door. At this point, the officers started to suspect that they might be at the wrong address.
Can you try to call him back? Tell him to come to the door.
Confirming no one's come to the door?
Hey, firm, if you can call the RP back and have him come to the door.
So, bro, see if they answer.
Farmington, please.
40524, 2339.
It might have been 4308.
Is it 43 or 5308?
Yeah, it might have been 5308. Right?
Is this not 5308? That's what it said right there, right?
No, this is 5305, isn't it?
108. Can you 10-9 the address?
5308 Valley View Avenue. Had a confidence factor of 6.
Don't tell me I'm wrong. Oh, shit. Hey, hands up!
As soon as Dotson came out, the officers panic, and what happens next will leave you shocked.
We're 10-4. We're going to back up a little bit. Back up, back up, back up.
10-4 backing up.
Okay. Hands up!
Man!
.418, shots fired again.
Copy, shots fired again.
As the officers back away from the front door, they shoot at Dotson. Keep in mind that just moments before the shooting, the officers were laughing about being at the wrong address. Nonetheless, when they realize there is a man down and hear Dotson's wife screaming, they proceed to shoot some more.
You'll hear the female crying inside. The male I saw go down. Ma'am, this is the Farmington Police Department! Come out with your hands up, open, and empty!
come to the door. We're knocking on the door. No one's coming out. I hear a metallic, like a gun cocking. Me back up. The dude comes to the door, points the firearm at us, and then we get in a gunfight. And then female comes out of the house, and she points it at us as well.
And is she still inside?
Yes, from my knowledge.
Hey, miss, this is the police department. We're here to help you, but we need you to come out with your hands. What do you need?
You can come up to my unit at Valley View, Pedro Vista.
Come out with your hands up over your head.
Okay.
Come on. We can help you, man, but we need you to come outside. Yes, it's really important so we can get him help.
Nothing in the world can justify such erratic behavior from these officers, who have been trained to stay calm in such situations. They spend hours training and still panic like little kids at the slightest threat. And watch how they justify their actions. The officers then enter the home and realize the blunder they have made.
3 kids upstairs.
Yeah.
3 kids upstairs. 3 kids upstairs. He's 10-7.
Be careful. Kids! Police! Police, you're alright. Go let them.
He's 10-7.
Okay, this is done. Okay, we're good.
Easy. No one else needs to come in here.
You good?
Yeah.
Hey, just keep them upstairs.
Just stay up there.
Where do you want me to go? We don't need anyone else here. Dispatch.
After the incident, the department's chief released a video statement calling the incident a traumatic event.
But just in general, for us, this is a very dark day. For Farmington PD, for our community, for the Dotson family. I extend nothing but my deepest condolences to the Dotson family. Mr. Dotson was not the subject of the call that our officers were responding to. And this ending is just unbelievably tragic. I'm extremely sorry.
Mark Kernut, an attorney for Dotson's family, said police fired more than 20 rounds at his client, despite never being fired at, nor even having a firearm pointed at any of the officers. Dotson committed no crime, was not a suspect, and answered the door after police went to the wrong house, Kernut said. Nothing can return Robert to his family, and it appears nothing will be done to hold these officers accountable. The family filed a lawsuit last fall in federal court, alleging that Dotson and his family were deprived of their civil rights. Watching a guy get killed for doing absolutely nothing is one of the most tragic things you'll ever see. But the cop in the next case takes it to another level when he shoots and kills a person after he calls 911 for help.
Knife in his hand. Knife in his hand. Watch crossfire, watch crossfire.
On June 10th, 22-year-old Christian Glass called 911 to ask for help after he crashed his car and claimed that he was stuck. Soon after, the police officers arrive at the scene, and what they do next can only be described as brutal.
Hello, 911.
I'm in a vehicle. My vehicle got stuck. Do you know the Skinwell crews, man? They might just go by. I might be lucky.
Okay, can I get your date of birth real quick?
I'm so lucky. Oh, I'm so lucky. I had a spiritual awakening a few months ago and came out of my 10 years of depression, and I've just been... Come, please help. That's not good. Fine. What's that beat? I love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you, seriously. You're my light right now. I love you.
Are there any weapons that you're aware of?
I have a weapon on me. I will throw them out the window as soon as an officer gets here. I have 2 knives and a hammer, and a rubber mallet, I guess. That's a weapon. I'm not dangerous. I will keep my hands completely visible.
Both cars, be advised, this party is stating that he has weapons in the vehicle with him, 2 knives, a hammer, and a rubber mallet. He did state that he would throw them out of the window as soon as officers got on scene.
The call that Glass had with the 911 operator was rather strange. He mentions his spiritual awakening and other weird things, all of which points toward the fact that he is not mentally stable and definitely has some mental health issues. But at the same time, he is stable enough to mention that he is completely safe and will cooperate with the officers once they arrive at the scene. But as the officers arrive at the scene, things take an unfortunate turn.
Come on, talk to us. Come on, dude. We're here to help. We're here to help. Come on, bud. You need to step out of the car now. Step out of the car now. That's a lawful order. Step out of the car. You'll be removed from the vehicle. Step out now. Weapons in the vehicle. Because you already said you have weapons in the car. No, do not throw them out. Do not touch them. Do not reach for them. He's got a knife in his seat right there. His seat. Okay. Step out of the car now. 161 at gunpoint. Step out of the car now. Step out of the car now. I will break the window. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Put your hands on the steering wheel then, and don't move. You reach for anything, we're gonna have problems. A mental hospital for what? We haven't even been able to have a conversation with you.
The officers tried to get Glass out of the vehicle for more than an hour, but he clearly stated that he did not feel safe enough to get out. The officers continued to ask Glass to leave the vehicle, and he again insisted that he did not feel safe. But the corrupt cops were too drunk on their power to understand the situation.
Why are you scared of the knife? Shot.
That's why I want you out of the car so we can have this conversation safely. Period. That's it.
This is the only way I can be safe. I don't understand that.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Christian? Will you talk to me? What can you tell me about what's going on? We're trying to help you out. You know, I see you're doing the heart thing with your hands. Look, we love you too.
Christian, you don't have any guns or anything that scares us, right? Okay. You said on the phone, you know when you called us? You said on the phone that you had knives. Okay, are they big knives, little knives?
At this point, the officers decide to make things worse after knowing very well that Glass would not feel safe outside the vehicle and that he had mental health issues.
We're popping. Dude, door, oh, this ain't working. All right. Knife in his hand. Knife in his hand. Watch crossfire. Watch crossfire. Watch out. Watch crossfire. Watch crossfire.
Christian.
Drop the knife!
Please drop the knife!
Moments after this, an officer shot Glass 5 times, killing him in the process. After the shooting, the Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office released a video statement saying that Glass was argumentative and uncooperative during the incident, and that he even tried stabbing an officer as they broke into the car.
He had done nothing wrong. He was just too scared to get out of his car.
We have made no public statement before now. Christian's killing is a stain on Clear Creek County and on Colorado. It was a murder by a Colorado official. It was dark and he was really worried. He trusted the police to come and help him. Instead, they attacked and killed him. The killer shot Christian 5 times just to make sure.
On Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023, the family settled with Clear Creek County, the state of Colorado, Georgetown, Colorado, and Idaho Springs for a total of $19 million, the largest settlement for a police killing in Colorado history. Then, on November 17th, 2023, the 6 officers who were on the scene were charged with misdemeanor failing to intervene. As tragic as this case was, it is nowhere close to what happened in the next case. Think of 16 officers shooting at a single suspect. On March 29, 2022, Officer Rogowski and her partner from the Buffalo Police Department approached a suspect in a parking lot about his window tints and found out that his registration was suspended. But things did not go as the officer expected, as the suspect made a run for it, leading to a deadly high-speed chase.
Hello. Good. Pulling over because of the tints on the car. You got your license on you? One second, okay? Mr. Bell, your registration has been suspended since February for an insurance lapse. Did you have some sort of lapse, or did you switch insurance or anything? Okay. Yeah, your reg is suspended right now. It's not really a big deal. We're just gonna gotta have you step out, and then we'll work with you and go from there. Okay? Yeah, just coming down here to chill. Yeah. Okay. All right. No big deal. You're on what?
I'm on crutches.
Oh shit. Was it your leg?
Yeah, I got shot 2012.
You got shot 2 weeks ago?
2012.
Oh, in 2012?
Yeah.
Oh, so you were able... Take your time. Yeah, it's not... Knew that was coming. Knew that was coming. Knew it. Knew that was coming. Watch out. Here. Sorry. Alright.
Tell them our car's... I don't know. Our car is hit. Somebody get ahead of us. Broadway and Fillmore, southbound. Going 20. Watch out, guys. He will shoot. North on Jefferson, passing George. Jefferson and George, northbound. Tell that unmarked to be careful, he's gonna shoot at him. Unmarked, be careful.
After an intense chase, Officer Nagy performed a pit maneuver to take down the suspect's car. But instead of dealing with the situation smartly, all the cops went full psycho on the suspect, shooting bullets from every angle.
What's that? I wanted it. We're done. Let me just fire more rounds. Still shooting. Still shooting. Transport radio. Airport radio. Last update approaching Bailey. Oh, shoot! Oh, shit! Good, stop, I'm hit. They are still shooting at officers, currently still shooting at officers. Yep. Oh, shit.
Ever 441 radio, we're heading to CMC. My partner's hit. Where you hit, Chris?
Almost.
Ever 441 ECMC, partner's struck.
Yeah, I'm hit.
Where, Chris, where?
I'm fine, Ken, I'm fine. Just get to go. I'm fine.
Radio, let ECMC know we're heading there.
Don't shoot. Watch out, guys. He will shoot. He's gonna shoot at us.
Despite the officer's warning, other officers kept shooting, causing the suspect to counterattack in return. While it is understandable that the officers had reason to shoot back at the suspect, if they could have had self-control, the situation could have ended differently. But unfortunately, things went the worst possible way they could have.
Go! Get moving! Go! Go! Let's get cover.
Radio is still eastbound.
Fucking the cars are right behind us.
Fillmore, speed is 20. Fillmore, at the top, Fillmore, approach now.
coming this way.
Ceasefire!
Here's another angle of the shootout.
Heads up out there. Heads up on Fillmore. Heads up on Fillmore. He's approaching now. Fuck.
The district attorney said 16 officers fired shots, mostly at the crash scene, but he did not know how many shots the police fired. Erie County District Attorney John Flynn said there would be no criminal proceedings against any of the officers, though he suggested not all of them responded appropriately. There is no penal law violation that articulates common sense, and so I cannot charge any Buffalo police officer with a violation of common sense, Flynn said. What are your thoughts on the last suspect? Do you think the officers were right about shooting him, or would it have been better if they had held back? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like the video, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one we have in store for you. Thanks for watching. This is Detective Mystery signing off.